about 240 people a day suffer a stroke in South Africa, and of those, around 70 die from the disease. 1 in 4 adults over the age of 25 will experience one in their lifetime, and it's the second leading cause of death worldwide. That's according to the Heart and Stroke Foundation of South Africa. It says some people recover fully from a stroke, while others end up with lasting disabilities. On this World Stroke Day, the Neurological Association of South Africa aims to empower South Africans to spot the signs of a stroke. For more now, I'm joined by Dr. Pradeep Rowji, who's a member of the Neurological Association of South Africa, and he joins us virtually from here in Johannesburg. Dr. Rowji, thank you so much for your time this evening. Hashtag the Precious Time campaign is what World Stroke Day is calling its theme this year. Talk to us about how important and every second, if not minute, is when you feel like somebody or yourself is indeed about to suffer a stroke.
Absolutely. Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to at least highlight this very alarming medical condition, and most importantly, bring to the public's attention the things that should be attended to as a matter of urgency in the setting of a stroke. So you've highlighted some of the issues, but the most important thing is an acute, and that means a sudden change, either in the balance of a person, if there's a sudden loss of vision or a change in their vision. Most importantly, there will be facial changes, and that'll be one side or the other, but it'll always be on one side. And it's again sudden, and with that is associated a sudden change in strength on the same side of the face. So if the left side of the face becomes weak or numb, the left arm and leg may become weak and numb. And those are the symptoms that would tell us that the person's having an acute stroke or a sudden onset of blood supply to that segment of the brain. And that would mean that the person has to get medical attention as a matter of urgency. So we need to get that person to a health facility so that appropriate action can be taken. And most importantly, that action is to reverse this sudden loss of blood supply to the brain. And that can be achieved in this era because we have medications and different medical technologies to assist with removal of a clot in the setting where there's a clot, or there may be a hemorrhage, in which case we may attend to that surgically or medically.
Now, 1 in 4 adults over the age of 25 will experience a stroke in their lifetime, and it is the second leading cause of death worldwide. Have we made enough inroads into the cause of strokes? And potentially if it's linked to lifestyle, but also educating around being able to pick up when somebody is around about to have a stroke?
So as I said, it's those symptoms that we always look for. And the acronym, as you've put up onto the screen, is BFAST, that we talked about, was the balance, the eye changes, the face, arm, speech deficits, which can change, slurring of speech or inability to speak, and then the T, which is for time. So once we've got that as a warning, that's your warning. Get to a health facility. In terms of educating the public, this is one of the opportunities we have. We don't give enough attention to this condition. And as you mentioned, the second leading cause of death and disability in the world. And that is globally. It's not just in Africa or in Asia, etc. It's a worldwide phenomenon. Any human being can suffer a stroke. And yes, there are lifestyle measures that one can take to assist oneself to prevent getting a stroke. The biggest ones obviously is making sure that your health checks include a blood pressure check, making sure that your diabetes, if you are diabetic, or if you have weight gain, to make sure that you've been excluded to have diabetes, making sure that your cholesterol's been checked and controlling that. So we on the medical side have ways to control all of these medical conditions, the blood pressure, the diabetes, and the cholesterol problems. But then there are individual risk factors like smoking, which is up to the individual to kind of tackle. And a classic example would be smoking. Another one would be to exercise and get yourself onto the road, onto a park, and start doing some exercise to reduce your body mass index. And these are the things that assist you and prevent you from having a stroke. The most important thing that one can do, obviously, is a combination of these factors, and that's what we would like to highlight. Not just lifestyle changes, but also medical care and making sure that you go to see your GP and have these parameters tested and checked and treated as the need arises. So there are many things that individuals can do.
Sorry to interrupt you there, but just in closing, your organization also points out as a warning how much life can change as a result of a family member or yourself having a stroke. It can be debilitating, but even more so the impact it has on those who then have to care for you.
Absolutely. So the physical manifestations of the stroke are the one aspect of the illness, but the social and the familial effects that it has are secondary, right? So somebody in the home may have to give up their job, or you have to hire somebody to assist the person to walk to the bathroom or assist them with changing nappies or whatever the case may be. But then the person's loss of income, the impact on the family, so the social and the familial impact that people have to endure after a stroke are massive. And obviously, as the effect of the stroke are many, many varieties of effects that it has, not only on the individual, but the family and society at large, because you're losing income earners and skilled labor in the process of having had the stroke.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for that very important information, Dr. Pradeep Rowji from the Neurological Association of South Africa. Well, that's where my